Hey guys, I've been asked how I got started in the salvage yard business. Thought I'd do you guys a little video of it. If you would, please go to my channel, subscribe, hit that like button, and ring that notification bell. But back in 1986, fresh out of high school, I bought a $500 tow truck and built this little old garage right here. Mayhem's Auto Salvage. I had a single wide house trailer here I lived in. I had 5 acres of property right here. And I know that's what I wanted to do was a salvage yard business and work on cars. Cars, trucks, vehicles, period, was all I ever thought about. It's all I wanted to do. It's all I wanted to mess with all day long. But anyway, back to the story. I built this garage. I worked in it for several years without even having doors on the front. I had dirt on the floor. It didn't even have concrete in it. Started out poor, real poor. Like I said, $500 tow truck. No cars here. Well, I finally got time and a little bit of money, bought me some old used metal, built these doors, had concrete put in there, and then I started bringing in cars. Well, I was bringing in cars as that was going on as well, but I started bringing in cars, working on cars, and just get it every day, get it. Save as much as I could, buy every car I could afford, and then anytime a piece of property next to me would go for sale that joined my property, I would buy it. I had to. It joined me. I had to have it. Like I said, I started out with 5 acres. Now there's lots of acres here. Well, I moved up to this garage right here, which will hold 6 cars comfortably. You can put 8 cars in there, but it's kind of tight. The old garage, you could actually really only get 1 car in there. You could get 2 cars in there, but it was so tight in between, you didn't hardly have no room in between them, but you could squeeze them in. But this one, like I said, is holds 6 easily. It's got lifts in it where I can raise the cars up and work on them. And man, that's so much nicer than laying down there on that red dirt clay before I got that concrete put in. But like I said, in 1986 when I started. In 1992, my dad was working at a factory. They sold out to another company. So my dad ended up quitting there. And he asked me, "Say, you think we can make it if I come in with you?" I said, "I don't see why we both can't make it." So anyway, he came with me in 1992, and we worked it together for years and years. He just retired a few years back, but he was here with me the whole time from 92 to just a few years ago. And if you want to look back through here, there's cars. Way back through there, in those woods. All back through here, there's rows and rows of cars. There's cars all through the woods, everywhere. Let's go back around up here and give a review of the vehicles that's out around this way. I was telling you guys about the $500 tow truck. That old thing was rusty and rough, but it worked. It was so rusty, one day I was crossing some train tracks, and the cab actually moved on the truck. Hit the train tracks, cab come up and moved, kind of locked the string column up for a second where the cab pressure come up on it. And I know then I had to do something. So I put another cab and stuff on it that I had. Ran it for a little while longer. And then in 1992, I think it was, when we bought this first robot. It is a 1980 or 82. We bought it in 92. It's about 10 years old. Truck still runs and drives. We still use it out on the yard here. It don't never get on the road anymore, but we still do use it around here on the yard, moving cars and stuff around. I have a case front end loader that we move cars and stuff around with, but sometimes it's so far from back to that side of the yard over to the far side of the yard that the front end loader is so slow, it's quicker just to slide them up on the rollback, take them over there and dump them off. But we ran this one for years. And then this one is a 1997, and I think we bought it in early 2000s. It is still on the road. Still use it daily. Great truck. It's a Super Duty that we've had excellent luck out of. Well, I've got another rollback as well that we bought lately. It's not here. It's actually out on the road right now. but I got one just a little bigger to haul a little heavier stuff with. Bought a F650 that has a Caterpillar engine in it. And I would show you guys it, but like I said, it's out on the road right now. But we can just take a little view from back up through here. There's cars as far as you can see way out through there. There's cars all around it. We are completely 360 degrees basically surrounded with cars here. On this side over here, where that gate is across the road, there's a little gravel roadway there. If you go through that gate, down that gravel roadway, approximately 3/10 of a mile to the far side of where these cars are. There's cars all through here. I want to say there's probably approximately 4,000 cars here. And that is how I got in the salvage yard business. But I left a little part out I probably need to tell you about. As a little kid, I had Hot Wheels, Matchbox cars, whatever you want to call them, just the little cars. And I would sit for hours and make junkyards with the cars. I'd even take a hammer sometimes, beat the cars up, stuff like that, just so they look like junk cars. I had little tow trucks, little forklifts that I'd move them around with. But I would sit for hours and play with those cars, making me junkyards and little roads and just playing for hours doing it. Loved it. Well, I'm still doing that. The only thing, the scale of my toys have got bigger. And I can say, I guess I'm honestly a lucky man to be able to do that. But it's what I've always loved doing. It's what I still love doing. I couldn't imagine doing anything else. But I just want to do that little video for you guys because several people had asked me, how did you get started? So here's my video actually on how I got started. Y'all have a great day. I'll be back real soon.